In this video, we're going to talk about how to configure your settings to optimize and get the most out of your WordPress site. We're going to cover a lot of ground in this video, so if you're ready, let's dig in. The General Settings subpanel controls the most basic configuration settings for your site, such as your site's title, description, and web address. The admin email address is where WordPress will send automated email notifications for things like new user registration notices. Choose whether or not you want your site to have open registration for anyone, and if you do choose to enable open registration, then choose a default role for these new members. It's a good idea to set this to subscriber, since subscribers can read but not publish or edit content on your blog. Next, select your time zone, the format in which dates and times will be displayed throughout your site, and set your preference for the week starting day. Be sure to save your changes. The Writing subpanel controls the edit interface you use to write new posts and pages. These settings control the size of the editing window, formatting options, the default category in which new posts will be created if no other category is selected, the default post format, and the default link category. We covered the Press This bookmarklet in the previous video, but you can also post directly to your WordPress website via email. Simply enter the email account details here, and WordPress will periodically check for new messages sent to this address. The subject line of your email will become the post title, and the body your actual post content. It's a good idea to make this a fairly secure email address, since any messages received at this address will become new posts on your site. WordPress even generates a few random strings you can use for email addresses if you like. If you plan to post from WordPress from a desktop blogging application or from the mobile WordPress apps, then you'll need to enable the Atom Publishing and XML RPC publishing protocols. And last, you can choose to notify one or more update services each time you publish a new post. This is a good idea since these services then alert search engines to your new content, which will help you get your content indexed more quickly. There are only a few settings in the Reading subpanel, but they're very important. You can decide if you would like your home page to display only your blog posts or one of your static pages instead. If you select a static page, then you're able to pick which of your pages you want to serve as your home page, and then which one you wish to serve as your blog page. Now, this is really useful if you want to use WordPress as a content management system or a CMS. And maybe you'd like the home page of your website to show some welcome text to your site visitors instead of just a list of your blog posts. For example, I've created a new page called Home and assigned it to the Showcase page template that's available in the 2011 theme. I'll select my new home page as the front page for my site, and my new blog page will display all my articles. If we toggle back to the front page of our site, you can see my new home page featuring the Showcase page template. You'll notice that it has a more distinctive layout with some highlighted text at the top, which serves as an introduction to the site. Just underneath that, we'll see a list of the articles that I've published, with the most recent article being featured here. This page template also makes use of the Showcase sidebar, so I can use this area to display different widgets than those that appear on the inside pages of my site. And if I click on the new blog page, which I've added to my custom navigation menu, we'll see a list of all our articles in the familiar blog format that we've become accustomed to seeing throughout this entire video series. You can also choose how many posts will appear on your blog pages and how many posts will show in your RSS feed. You can choose to show the full text of your articles in your RSS feed or just a summary, requiring folks to visit your site to read the rest of the article. We covered the Discussion subpanel in an earlier video, but this panel also allows you to control settings concerning incoming and outgoing pingbacks and trackbacks. Now, these are essentially tiny snippets of content that appear in the comments section of your post, showing you when someone has linked to your blog post or article from one of their own. You can also set your comment and email notification preferences, set up moderation or filtering, and you can decide if your blog should use users' avatars, those image icons that identify users on your site. The Media subpanel allows you to set the maximum dimensions in pixels to use when creating the various versions of an uploaded image. Auto embeds are the feature that make it so easy to embed a video or other content directly into a post simply by copying and pasting the link to the original page. And last, you can choose where uploaded images and files will be stored. The default usually works fine. I also choose to organize my uploads into month and year-based folders, which makes it easier to find images that I previously uploaded. The Privacy subpanel simply determines whether your blog is visible to search engines like Google, Bing, and others, or if you would like to block search engines and allow only normal visitors to see your site. And finally, let's talk about permalinks. Permalinks can be a confusing topic, but permalink settings simply determine the format of the URLs for your pages and posts. By default, WordPress uses web URLs with question marks and lots of numbers in them. But you can and should use more friendly URLs that are also better optimized for search engines. Most SEO experts agree that the best format is simply the post name by itself, but some also suggest adding the post category to the permalink for an extra level of search engine optimization. The custom structure field allows you to specify the format WordPress will use when creating URLs for your posts. These variables will be replaced by the actual category and slug for each post. To show you what I mean, let's look at a URL for one of our posts. You can see that WordPress includes the slug for the category and then the slug for this particular post. If I change the permalink structure to use the year instead of the category, then you can see how the URL changes. Now, even though some SEO experts recommend using the category and post name, WordPress performs much more quickly and efficiently if you use a number-based field, like the year, at the beginning of the permalink. Using the category can really cause your site to slow down if you have a very large site. So for now, I recommend using year and then the post name. The default values for category and tag base are usually fine in most cases. And that's it.